All right, shout out to the Seattle Seahawks for winning their second Super Bowl in team history, their first Super Bowl since 2013. I think Kenneth Walker III was the MVP, and the reason why the Seattle Seahawks won the game was the defense. They were just absolutely dominant. They didn't give the New England Patriots offense an inch, nothing. I mean, they made Drake May's day miserable, so... And then you have the running game and Sam Darnold. I'm going to get to him in a second. So as for the New England Patriots, I know people are sitting there clowning on them, how they showed up, how they played. You know, I mean, they lost because they ran into a better team. And Drake May, he's going to have a better game if they get back to the Super Bowl. Either it's with the New England Patriots or elsewhere. Anything can happen. Okay. Staying with one team for years, it's not guaranteed in today's professional sports. So, speaking of quarterbacks, Sam a.k.a. Sam Darnold, everybody's talking about him, and they were trying to make him as the ultimate redemption story, saying that the New York Jets, the Carolina Panthers, and the Minnesota Vikings, I think they're really targeting that particular former team more than anybody else, because they gave up on him. For me, it's like this. If I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, this had to sting a lot. Shoot, even Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver of the Minnesota Vikings, he was pulling for Sam Darnold. I mean, he was rooting for that man. And it even went as far as to pull out the what-if card, you know, on the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know if they would have got to the Super Bowl, but we'll never know. We'll never know. And now the Minnesota Vikings fired their general manager. I think it was this past month or last month, one of the two. And they got a quarterback issue, J.J. McCarthy, because he can't stay healthy. And he's a roller coaster. He'll have a good game here. He'll have a bad game there. So... yeah, I think they're going to have to bring in a veteran quarterback. If that means bringing back Kirk Cousins, so be it. So, and memo to the Carolina Panther fans, we're talking about Sam Darnold. This team shouldn't have let him go in the first place. First off, this team was really bad during its time. Bringing in Sam Darnold and expect him to make miracles, that's unrealistic. So I wish that Panther fans would just shut the hell up about the topic, move on, worry about the 2026 NFL season. I'm just saying, y'all look stupid when you open your mouth and say stuff like that, okay? Now, the NBA All-Star Game. I only watched the All-Star Game. The timing, oh my goodness, the time. I thought when it's 8 o'clock, it's going to be 8 o'clock here and 5 o'clock in the West Coast. Instead, I don't know what they did with the time. It ended early. I'm like, but then again, I forgot that not Summer Olympics, the Winter Olympics was going on. That's what threw everything off. Now, I only watched the NBA All-Star Game particularly. I was out of town. Plus, I was staying with my grandmother's house at the time for 3 long days. I'll get to that point later in the video. So when I saw the United States versus the world, everybody's pumped, and then saying, and Reggie Miller saying, "Hey fans, this is what you wanted. Y'all complain that the players don't play hard." Okay, let me tell you, that whole United States versus the world, it felt like a gimmick. In fact, I'll go a step further. I felt this way when it was announced last year for 2026 All-Stars in Los Angeles, California, for the home of the LA Clippers. I'm just like, why do this? Why do this? Just cancel it altogether. I mean, NBA All-Star was canceled back in the 1990s. I think it was 97, 98 season, if I'm not mistaken. So you mean to tell me you can't do that? That's crazy. Nobody wants to watch NBA All-Star games anymore. It's become a joke. Forget become a joke. It is a flat out joke. Nobody plays defense. It's a 3-point shooting dunk contest until the last, 5 minutes of the game. That's where everybody gets serious. I'm I'm like, really? Okay. And yeah, Kawhi Leonard had his one shiny moment, and then we saw what happened in that final against the Stars in the Stars versus Stripes game in the NBA All-Star game. Boy, he couldn't buy a basket. Speaking of which, Jaylen Brown was building houses with bricks. Oh my God. I mean, you got Kevin Durant shooting air balls at one point. LeBron James looked like he's 51 instead of 41. I don't know how old he is. And I know he's in his 40s. Damn. I mean, the only time that dude got booed, I think it was more of a Clippers fan than the NBA fans. I can't remember the last time the late, great Kobe Bryant, Charles Barkley, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird, I did say Magic Johnson, and past players got booed at an all-star game like LeBron James did. That's crazy. And then you have the Detroit Pistons versus Charlotte Hornets and that little quote-unquote brawl. Players got suspended and everything. A memo to the media, can y'all please stop doing this little, hey, it's a brawl? No, that was like a cat fight. What are you talking about? I've seen women fight better than men. I'm not joking when I say this. And plus players can't even fight their way out of the wet paper bag to save their career. So stop it. Acting all tough. Hey, you go sit down, man. Go play basketball. Detroit Pistons, they're not a joke, man. They have the best record in the Eastern Conference. I don't know if they have the best record in the NBA. I think it still belongs to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And Cade Cunningham, he's doing his thing. And I'm still going to go after Jason Williams, a.k.a. White Chocolate, sitting there saying, oh, you could build a team around this man more than you do with Victor Wembanyama, a.k.a. General Grievous. Okay, then explain to me why when the Carolina Panthers, what am I doing? The San Antonio Spurs came to Motown and beat the Detroit Pistons. I think it was 114-103. I know that Victor Wembanyama didn't have a good game, but what happened to Cade Cunningham? He had like 16 points or so, 5 for 26 shooting. Let me repeat that one more time. 5 for flipping 26 shooting. Are you joking me? Really? That's the dynamic guard you were hooping and hollering, Mr. White Chocolate? Boy, if you don't sit your goofy self down and shut your mouth with that noise. And I'll get to video games right now. And one more thing. Charlotte Hornets. I have a feeling they're going to make the Eastern Conference playoffs. If they could stay together, play good basketball, they're going to make the playoffs. I really do. They got the pieces. They can do it. I think they will make the playoffs. Let's move on. We got Phil Spencer retired from Microsoft. Sarah Bond is out. So for me, when I heard this news, I'm like, wait a minute, Phil Spencer's out. And then you got Sarah Bond out too. Something tells me this is more of like a vision of where Microsoft, where they want to go in future gaming at Xbox, and I saw one post where this person put Phil Spencer on blast, because Xbox used to be awesome. It used to be legendary. Now it's been reduced to a punchline, a butt of jokes. And I think it has everything to do with the 8th video game era. That's what happened, which is the last generation. I mean, the Xbox One, the DRM situation, the lack of first party games, that's what really hurt Xbox. Excuse me. And let's not even go down the Halo route. You go from Bungie to 343 Industries, and Halo fans can still feel that anger. He'll feel that blood boiling when I say 343 Industries. The Xbox Game Pass go from $14, $15 to what, $30 or something like that. Yeah, that was on Phil Spencer's watch. So, and then you have Horizon fans are not happy with the developers and the publishers because of the announcement called Horizon Hunters Gathering. It got over 70,000 dislikes, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what did y'all do? It's nothing more than a live service, free to play, not free to play, but it's like a not live action. It's like a co-op instead of being a Horizon 3. That's what the fans wanted to hear. So yeah, I have been out of town majority of this month. My grandmother suffered a stroke late last month. We couldn't get there in time because of the snowstorm. So she's doing better. She's a firecracker. I can tell you that right now. All she has to do is take her medicine, eat right. She'll be fine. And with that in mind, throwing y'all a salute. What's your thoughts on the topics? Have a good day.